Being handsome doesn't mean that every single woman finds you attractive. Yes, majority of women may find you attractive, but when it comes to being handsome, logistics play a huge part. Understanding your environment, understanding your location, your demographic plays a huge part, especially when it comes to attracting women and getting the best experiences when it comes to relationships or just being with women. You may be handsome, but you're just in the wrong environment. You're in the wrong setting. So you're not getting as much success or as much play that you could actually be getting because you're in the wrong environment. Logistics play a huge part when it comes to being handsome because you have to understand what kind of woman you attract. Some women may find you attractive, but they're not necessarily going to entertain you because yes, you are attractive, but you're not necessarily their type. That sounds kind of confusing, like I'm attractive, but I'm not their type. But if you think about it, as men as well, you may find a woman attractive. You may think she's very attractive, but you may not consider her as a possible mate. Because as a handsome man, you attract different niches of women, different types of women may be into you because maybe you have a very specific look. Your phenotype will dictate the type of woman you attract because every phenotype attracts different types of women for the most part. For instance, if your phenotype is more so white, Caucasian, you would for the most part attract majority white, Caucasian women or maybe Asian women. You will attract black women as well, but maybe not as much as you will attract white or Asian women because white women and Asian women tend to like white guys and that's just their preference. That's just what they want. But when it comes to black phenotypes, it kind of varies as well because there's different types. Speaking from my experience, there's the black American phenotype, there's a black African phenotype, and the black American and black African phenotypes definitely attract different types of women, different types of black women, different types of women in general. I noticed with black American phenotype, you tend to attract more so black American women. But if you have a black African phenotype, you will attract more so African women or women who are not necessarily from America. But you can also attract white women, Asian women with a black phenotype. There are women that are very much interested in black guys. There's women of all races that are definitely interested in black men, whether you're black American, black African, it doesn't matter. But majority of the time, you attract more women of your race than any other races. That's just how it is. It's always been like that. Another way to know what type of woman you may attract is if she likes a specific type of music, if she likes a specific type of artist or has like a celebrity crush. If you fit within that realm of those things, whether you kind of look similar to her celebrity crushes or you kind of look similar to the artist that she listens to, stuff like that definitely plays a huge part because let's say for instance, if she's a white woman but she listens to a lot of Afro beats, a lot of Amapiano, she may be attracted to black men or she would be open in entertaining a black man because that's the type of music she listens to, that's the type of things that she's into. So that's one thing that definitely plays a huge part. Like for instance, if she listens to a lot of drill artists or she listens to a lot of ratchet gangbanging music, then she may for the most part be attracted to hood dudes, hood guys, or just guys that are in that realm because that's the type of music she listens to. So she's probably influenced by that type of culture. And you see it as well with women that like to watch a lot of Korean dramas or listen to a lot of K-pop. Even though they may be of a different ethnicity, different race, they would still be open to dating a K-pop Asian dude that kind of fits the K-pop criteria because that's the type of music they listen to, that's the type of shows that they're into. If she's already into those type of things, then there's a high chance that she might be into you as well, especially if you guys share similar interests. There's a lot of factors that come into play when it comes to attracting different types of women. Her interests, what type of music she listens to, what's her celebrity crush, what type of TV shows she watches, definitely plays a part into knowing what type of man she may be interested in. Because once you understand these things, you can put yourself in the right situations to get the best outcome. That's why it's best to live in a major city or somewhere that has variety. There's a lot of different cultures, a lot of things happening, going on, because then you can experiment and see what works and what doesn't work. Because if you live like in a small town in the middle of nowhere, it's definitely hard for you to understand what type of woman you attract, what type of woman is into you because of your environment. Living in a major city helps tremendously. It makes things things 10 times easier. And oftentimes, living in a major city, you can experience a wide variety of women that may be into you, whether it's white, black, Spanish, Asian, it doesn't matter. Living in a major city can definitely help when it comes to experiencing different types of women from all races and all ethnicities. But if you live in the South, where it's majority white and you're dark skinned, there's a high chance that you may not be successful with women in that area because it doesn't suit you. I'm not saying that you can't be successful in those environments. You can definitely still be successful, but you will still be limited. You will be limited by the options that you have, and some women won't be interested in you. In those major cities is where you often see a lot of interracial relationships and a lot of people that are more open-minded than living in a small town, because small towns tend to be very conservative or just a different vibe. It's not the same as living in a major city. So if you live in a small town in the middle of nowhere, I would recommend trying to visit a major city and seeing how that works for you, especially if you feel limited in your town because of maybe the demographics, or there's just not enough women there, or you just want something different. You just want to experience different types of women. I would definitely advocate for you venturing out into different environments, different major cities, and seeing the type of women that you attract, because you will be surprised. You have a higher chance of attracting a wide variety of women. Just in general, in major cities, a lot of women are open into dating different various races, depending on if you meet their criteria or depending on what they're into. But they're more so open to dating outside of their race at times. Some handsome guys have a wide variety of women that they can attract, while other handsome men may have a smaller amount of women that they can attract. For the most part, if you're a white man or you have fair skin, yes, your variety of women you can attract is very wide and global. If you're a black and you have darker skin tone, then the variety of women you can attract is smaller, but it can be bigger if you're in a specific area. For instance, if you're in a major city, the variety of women you can attract is very wide, but globally is probably small compared to somebody who is white or fair skinned. In a global aspect, white people are more favored in general. It's always been like that. That doesn't mean you still can't have success as a black man, but you just have to know the areas where you can have success in. You can't just be anywhere and have the same amount of success as if you were a white man or have a fair skin. And I'm not trying to come off as if I'm trying to be on some racial division type of timing, but I'm just speaking more so on experience and what I've seen. Location matters 100%, especially when it comes to attracting women. Since you live in a major city, you probably would meet a lot of women that share similar interests to you as well. So it just makes everything way easier. This video is for attracting women. This video is not for pursuing women. Pursuing women is a whole different thing. You can definitely use some of these tactics in pursuing women by being in areas where women are more likely to be receptive to you. But if you see a woman that you like and you want to approach her, you definitely should do that, but understand the logistics as well. That plays a huge part, because I know some guys don't necessarily care about attracting women. They're just more so focused on pursuing women. It just depends on the type of guy that you are. I know some guys that only like pursuing after women. They only go after the type of woman that they want. And I know some guys that are just very much chill, lay back, and let the woman come to them. There's nothing wrong with either or. It just depends on the type of guy that you are. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe. It's your boy Vivid, and I'm out.